this. Hey everybody, Real Estate Ninja here. I hope you are doing great. You know what's not doing great? New home sales. That's right, they're going down the toilet. And this data keeps getting worse and worse. But there are so many opportunities coming, and I want you to be prepared for them. So if you're ready for some opportunities, let me know down in the comment section. Type 1 if you are ready, or you are getting ready, or you want to get ready to take advantage of this. Type 1 down below. All right, this story is out of Zero Hedge, and then I'm going to do something at the end of this broadcast where I'm going to let you pick a town for me, and we're going to show you how real estate's crashing. All right, so here we go. This title of the story is New Home Sales Crash in November Despite Plunging Rates. It says here, while existing home sales bounced very modestly. There's always that guy. While existing home sales bounced very modestly off record lows in November, it has been the strength of new home sales with buyers heavily subsidized by home builders that has held up the housing market. You know, I did that. Let me know. Type 2 if you guys saw that video where I got a secret recording from one of the nation's largest home builders, from one of their subcontractors, and it was a big subcontractor. And they sent this to me. And what Lennar was doing was asking people, almost begging, to drop their prices 10%. And they were telling them, we will not give any of that savings, we will not keep it. We will push all that savings over to the buyer, right? Which comes in the form of subsidies, like, you know, buying down loan rates. The other day I was looking at a development, because I'm looking at developments all around the country, in Nevada, and they were saying, we will give you 5% fixed rate for 1 year if you'll move in. You know, and then what happens after that, right? And so there are so many ways they're trying to beg. They're begging these subs to lower their price, and they're gonna buy down rates. They're gonna lower the home prices. They're getting rid of all these amenities. This is the end for the home builders. I want you to understand that. And as everybody is begging for lower rates, just so you know, when rates started lowering, so home prices are already falling around the country. We're gonna solve this at the end of this this live stream. But home rates are falling around the country, right? Across the country. Even just the other day, who was it? Freddie Mac came out and said one of our indexes, our home value indexes, are falling across the entire nation, all right? Well, in 2006, when the Fed started lowering rates, homes were already dropping in price in 2005, mid-2005. People do not understand that, but I was flipping homes. I had my pulse on the market. I was getting out as fast as I can. And what happened was the only homes that were selling in the nation, I had properties in Arizona, New Mexico, and California, were the lower end homes. And that is what's going on. And if for 1 second, someone is going to be real smart and goes, oh yeah, well, I just saw a condominium sell for 800 grand in Boston. Yeah, that's the cheapest place. My point is that the lowest price homes are still moving, but even those are super thin. Like, we have golden handcuffs across the country. Nobody can sell their homes because they can't simply afford to get the next one. And yeah, I get it. Every once in a while you see an expensive one sell. So good, you know, there's actually some rich people out there. There are people with a lot of cash. There's also a lot of loan products out there that still make it look like you're buying with cash. But then again, we're now in a buyer's market. It is official. Type 3 if you agree we're in a buyer's market. Type 4 if you think this is still a seller's market. I'm just curious what you guys think. So we're going to go into the story. I'm going to watch what you guys are typing. So it says here, of course, investors don't care about actual fundamentals. That's totally true. Rates are down, so buy the builders, right? And that's what's been going on recently. You know, the builders, they came out with this great second and third quarter results because they were buying the buyer. They were literally begging them, please, like, we will do this, we will do that, we'll do it with the wiffle ball bat. So I'm on the run, the cops got, sorry. My point being is that they were doing everything they could, and that's what, oh, look, we're out of the woods. No, we're not out of the woods. If you want these easy fundamentals and you want to figure out a way of taking action now, I'm going to put some more of those links, 80% off the real estate crash course, how you can prepare right now, because I will, well, let's just say this, bet against me. That's what I'd say to any of the haters out there, bet against me. This is the greatest time in life that I get to share and teach you what happened to me in 2005, 2006. I was investing in real estate in 2001, became accredited by, I want to say it was 2004, I became accredited, which means I had to have a net worth of $1 million. And that's not bragging. It's actually quite easy to do in real estate in the right cycle, right? But then I was the crazy person. I sold it all in 2006. Yeah, now I'm crazy again because I'm saying, it's happening again. And it's going to happen. It'll almost seem overnight, but it will not be. And these real estate cycles take years. But the point is if you're not getting ready for it now, you're sort of screwed. That wasn't 2Live Crew. Just you guys, let me know down below the wiffle ball bat line what band did it. See if you guys know. All right, here. Trouble is, we're talking about the new home builders, okay? Because everything's flipping for them. Trouble is, even as mortgage rates have plunged recently, applications for home purchases have continued to decline. So even though you're seeing low rates, and this is what happened when the Fed started dropping rates in 2006, home prices were already dropping in 2005, like I said before. Sure, the low end of the inventory and the dumb money was still running around freaking out, and they're not listening to the news, they're not watching the data points, they're just buying emotionally, and they're buying these super cheap homes, the condos and all that kind of stuff, right? As rates are dropping, it didn't matter. The psychological effect had already hit, layoffs were happening, which we're seeing all through 2023. 2023 was a year of a lot of layoffs. Or if you're not being laid off, you're at home for the next few weeks. As a matter of fact, I just got some information from a subscriber. I don't remember what company they're working for, but they were just sent home for the rest of the year. They're just sitting at home. They're not getting paid. So this is pretty crazy. All right, there's some people getting it. This is the Beastie Boys. So, okay, going back to the housing. And while mortgage rates have declined rapidly, they remain massively high relative to the effective mortgage rate for all Americans. Here's the problem. This is not even telling you. How many of you have seen Type 6 if your insurance rates for your homeowner's insurance or your car insurance has gone up this year? Just curious. Just by a show of hands. And this is why I bring this up. It's because it's not just the price of the mortgage. It's not just the price of the home, you know, the interest rate or the home. It's the price of the insurance. Then it's the price of the food and the price of the car insurance and all of these other things. While the government straight up lies to you and says, inflation dropped in October because insurance went down. Like, who is, I guess whoever's believing in this are probably the 5,000 people that voted for the last guy in the first place. Point being is that most people can't see these cycles until they learn them, until somebody sits down with them and goes, look, this is what a real estate cycle looks like, this is what it feels like, this is what it tastes like, this is what it sounds like. And then you go, holy cow, now I see it. You know, I've had so many people email me that have taken the course, especially real estate agents and brokers, loan brokers as well, saying they had no comprehension of these cycles. I've even had a couple agents reach out to me that were agents well before they started, around when I started in real estate in 2001. So they were there before, during the run-up of the real estate bubble in the early 2000s and then the pop. Even then they said, okay, I know something's going wrong, but now I've got actual background to know exactly where we are, why we're here in the cycle. And now you see these news articles differently. And that's why I keep wanting to teach people. Now, I'm going to keep going, but I will say this, I'm not joking. That course will never be this price again. It's going into the thousands of dollars. I know it sounds crazy, January 1st. So I'm going to put some more links down below if you want to buy it and get in there. I still have another new lesson coming on top of this offer in January, first week of January, okay, that you guys can enjoy. And I give a money back guarantee, 14 days. If you don't like it, it's not for you, I'll give you your money back. And the cool thing is, I've rarely had to do it. I have amazing students. So it says here, while mortgage rates have declined rapidly, they remain massively high, again, relative to the effective mortgage rate for all Americans. That difference is the subsidy that home builders have to fill to enable buyers, and it's still huge. You know, there is only a certain point at which these home builders are going to go broke, and they're lowering their prices as much as they can until they get to the actual cost of building the home, the all-in cost. And that's when you start, and before it hits that, they're going to start not auctioning these off, but wholesaling them in big quantities to hedge funds. Hopefully will be in talks with somebody that's right now buying up swaths of 500 homes at a pop for these hedge funds, so I can get some more information. But some of these people are reluctant to talk because they're worried about their information getting out. I totally get that. That's why I'm trying to become a journalist, and then you hide people's identities, right? But the thing is this is really happening right now on a massive scale. It says here, so just how many new homes were sold in November? Okay, things should be going good. It says the last few months have been very choppy for new home sales, but November clarified that home builders just hit a wall on their subsidization. New home sales crashed 12.2% month over month. That's the biggest month over month drop since April of 2022. That dragged the year over year change to just 1.4%. 9 out of 10 of the last 10 months have seen downward revisions to new home sales SAAR. New home sales fell in the South by the most, followed by the West. The Northeast and Midwest saw increased sales. I believe why you're seeing that is because both the Northeast and the Midwest, we're seeing not consolidation, but people still moving around and buying new places. The new home sales SAAR printed 590K, which was well below the 690,000 expected. That's massive difference. The lowest since November of 2022, catching down to existing home sales reality, and another catch up for reality for sales even as rates tumble. Now, a lot of people are getting excited about these rates tumbling, but I want you to understand this. First off, when the psychological shift happens in the investor or the buyer's mind that real estate's coming down, we're now in a buyer's market, they sit back, they wait a little bit more, and then they are cautious. That only adds to the crash. But also, what I want you to understand is as rates are coming down, there's something very important you need to understand with the Federal Reserve. You see, the Fed funds rate is only one thing. We already have a massive bailout going on. The Fed repo or repurchase window is open, wide open, and it has been lending or providing liquidity for banks, so banks can still make loans. Okay, well, there's two things going on. First off, you saw Freddie Mac figure out, oh my gosh, all these loans that we've been buying them under the pretense that the creditworthiness was up here with the borrower, and we found out it's actually down here. So one of its largest sellers of paper has been halted. They're not buying any paper from them, and they're now inquiring about all these mortgages. So you already have the start of the mortgage-backed securities crisis 2.0, right? On top of that, when all these banks are loaning to you right now, that's great and all, but they're starting to tighten their standards. Why? Because the Fed repo window is coming to an end. See, you can look at the Federal Reserve data and they're loaning less and less money. So what they're doing is they're making less money available for these banks to loan you money to go buy a house. So what's going to happen? Well, the banks have got to work on their own and be smart about it. They're trying to wean them off. Well, what happens when there's less money involved where not anybody can go out and get a mortgage? That's exactly what happened in 2005, 2006. Especially, it really moved into the 2008 arena, where banks, you think that it was, see, this is the other thing too. People think that it was just the banks getting really scrutinizing. It was because they were scrutinizing every loan back then because they weren't able to get as much money as they were able to. They weren't able to access as much capital as they were before during the roaring 2003, 2004 years, okay? So let me do this real quick. I want you to give me your best thought. Like, think of a town in your town or somewhere in the country where prices aren't dropping. Let me know. Start putting it down below real quick, and I'm going to get on realtor.com real quick, and we're going to do this real time. Okay? Stand by. Realtor. Okay. You guys, Santa Cruz. Ooh. Santa Cruz. Let's do Santa Cruz. That's a great. Keep going. I'm gonna Santa Cruz, California. All right, it's a beach city. Very little inventory because it's sort of legacy properties. People have had them for a long time. Super high. All right, so let's see here. I'm on first page. Okay, I'm doing this live. Let's see first page. Santa Cruz. Let's just see first page. We got one pending. Townhome for sale for $749. Holy cow. A tiny little 1,100 square foot house for $1 million. All right. Oh, okay. So higher end homes, we got a $12 million place. They just dropped $1 million. So that's what, 7-8% drop. And again, remember, in these higher end homes, those are the ones that go down first. The next one, okay, so we got, you know, the 1 million. No. Okay, so that's an 8% drop. I know it's 12 million, it's not realistic, right? But then next one is a 1.2 million, and they've dropped it 30,000 bucks. Let's keep going. Oh, next one, a mobile home, 375 on the lower end of the spectrum. They had to drop it $14,000. Okay, let's just do like one more. This is just the first page. Oh, here you go. 309,000 for a another mobile home. They just had to drop $10,000. Okay, they're having to drop it because they can't sell it. So let's go. Another, let's see. Johnson City, Tennessee. Let's do Johnson City, Tennessee. Johnson. All right, Tennessee. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's just do this live. Because everyone's like, real estate bubble's not crashing. Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. Ooh, wow, this is cheap. Look at this. You could buy in Johnson City. This is going to be a tough one. A 4-bedroom, 3-bath stick built for 159 grand. Holy cow. It's already pending. Oh, I want to move there. All right. Okay, so we're just going through. So 399, 325. These are normal. Oh, here we go. So, well, that doesn't sound right. It's pending. This is an awkward one. 331,000, but they dropped it 485,000. That's got to be a glitch. So let's keep going. 380. These are really inexpensive homes. And that's the other thing I want to say. There are some, I might get stumped on this one, because when you have super ultra cheap real estate in a city, there's still time for people to move in, right? To blow those prices up. Oh, here's a go. Okay, so here's a house in Johnson City, 169,000. First page, 169,000. They've already dropped it 10,000. Here you go. This one's contingent, 295, but they already dropped it 4K. And the reason why they probably dropped it 4K was they had it originally priced at 499, but they wanted to get some more action on it. It'd been days on market, had been, you know, well over 30 days. You know, paying all the agents by doing a price reduction, right? But actually, this town looks pretty solid. I'm gonna admit. Oh no, never mind. 219,000. They just dropped 6,000. So there's price reductions in this town. Here, one more. Let's do this, and then I'm gonna jump back into the content here. Give me one more city. Come on, give it to me. See, the thing about going live, you only see the comments so often, and then they disappear, and then they come back. All right. Olska. All right. OCALA, Florida. How do you pronounce that? Ocala, Florida. All right, here we go. Ooh, this wouldn't take long. Okay, first one, 281,000 down 3K. 620 down 15K. Oh, this isn't looking good. Pending, holy cow, 215 down 24K. Wow, these are all in a row. 59,000. You can't even sell a place for 59K in Ocala, Florida, down 10K. But that's okay. Oh, next one. Man, Ocala. I feel bad for the people in Ocala. All right, I'll just leave it at that. 238, 5K. But at least you got your freedom in Florida. I'm in California. Point being is that there's all these price reductions, and it's only going to get better. So the question is this: do you want to be prepared for it, or do you want to be sitting on the sidelines when it happens? Do you want an actionable plan and steps to take to go and get ready for this, or do you just want to be chilling like a villain on penicillin? Sorry, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. My quest was for 1 year to get everybody prepared that I could, and then we go big. And I put the discount links below. It's 80% off for the real estate crash course, how you can prepare and get ready for this. Let me know down below what city you think you're going to stump me on where home prices are not falling. And I guess there still are headline readers and people that believe Biden. All right, with that being said, the Real Estate Ninja is out.